Hello everybody, happy Friday. Okay, here we go. I think I'm set. So this card, it's not mine, okay? So, well, there's parts of it that are, and then there's parts of it that are not. I was prepping for club the other night, and I don't know about you, but I was having one of those moments where I literally can't think of anything, and I can't come up with a card, and I'm getting frustrated. And so when that happens, I definitely resort to Pinterest to kind of get things going. And so that's where this one came from. The original card was designed by Mary Fish, and I didn't even make the original card. So I can't show you the original card. But what I can show you, where did I put? I had the file. There we go. Is how we made it and kind of what it ended up looking like. And I can give you a link. But anyway, it was designed by Mary Fish, okay? So this whole concept, or not the concept, but how it turned out. Hello, Fran. So, my dears, club girls, if you're coming tomorrow, you're going to get a little sneak peek. Mary, you've already seen this one. So what I've started off with is I've got a piece of vellum. Hey, hey. And we're going to start off with an embossing buddy. Now, many people are like, why do I have to use that? Hi, Teddy. You have to use that. Do you like how I use my whiny grade 7 voice there? Sorry about that. You have to use this because you don't want Klingons. So you don't want little bits sticking to where the oil from your hand was, okay? So I'm just making sure that none of that is there. We're going to turn you around with my nasty bone folder. Actually, I shouldn't be using that one. I was just using it for ink. So pretty. I know it. I love that one. It actually turned out very beautiful. Okay, so we've done that. Yes. Hello, Marsha. Hi, everyone. Okay. Next step is I have got this gorgeous stamp, and I kind of overlooked it. It's called All That You Are. Thank you for sharing, guys. And it is basically like the first page of the Occasions catalog. Now, if you missed this detail, this is a super exciting detail. You remember your frosted bouquet stamp set? Sorry, I'm grabbing mine so that you can see it. Was that what it was called? What was it called? It was called frosted something or other, wasn't it? Help me. Anyway, I thought I'd grab it for you, but oh, there it is. Yeah, first frost. There we go. Like I'm not even looking at the screen. So there was this gorgeous First Frost stamp set that we had, and then we had coordinating dies. Well, the super cool part is that the dies from this also coordinate with this. So check, like see this flower here, woo woo, and look at this one here, woo woo, and then here, super cute, and then this one, super cute. So we've got some fun matchy-matchy dies going on in there. So if you already grabbed this bundle before, this is a super cute one to get now, is to get that All That You Are stamp set. Okay. Oh, Sharon, it snowed here today, but then it stopped. I wanted to cry. Cards and curling. Woohoo, Karen. So I'm inking this one up in Versamark. Nothing crazy going on here. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. And then we're going to stamp it. And then just a second. This is the only hard part is because I'm doing, oh, here. This will make my life easier. Watch this. I don't really want to stamp on the white because I couldn't see where I was going. Okay, ready? Take it like this. And we're going to go boop. Hello, Eileen. I can look up while I'm doing stuff like this. It's kind of in the middle where I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. If I look up, that's it. It's all over. Okay. Making sure I got good coverage there. Okay, so now pull that off. And the next thing I'm going to do is, did I put my tweezers in there? I did not. Oh, I know what I forgot to grab. You need the embossing stuff. Hang on. Okay. So, next thing I've got, now this is kind of old school. This is an old school Stampin' Up! Stamp case. Yes, you sprung it from UPS. Nice job, girl. And so what I'm going to do here is I am going to grab that like that. And I'm going to take him and I'm going to scoop him into this, okay? Now, I'm not so worried about getting it on the side here because I can get it off. Woo, watch me get it all over myself. There, okay. I don't like doing this live. I'm totally fine doing this when nobody's watching me because I don't make a mess then. But when I'm doing it with you all watching me, I think because I'm trying not to make a mess, that's when I tend to make a mess. Come on. Off you go. Come on. My child's going to come in. I'm sorry. I just realized he's got hockey right now. Daddy's taking him. I don't have to go. But he needs his bag. Okay, so we got it. There, all done. Now, the only thing I got to watch, do you see what I just did? Is you can actually see right here. See where my finger was touching, how that clung? Oh, no. Okay, now, Becky, you're going to watch this happen tonight because I know it makes you nervous. And so here, I'm just going to give it a good flick from the back. I see a little bit that I got there that I don't want there, so I'm going to take it and brush it off with my fingers. And no, we're not going to light anything on fire, Becky. I am not that entertaining. Believe you me, girl. Okay. So the next thing we are going to have to do, though, is we're going to have to plug in the heat tool. Okay, you ready, Becky? You're gonna watch. We're not gonna light anything on fire. Well, see, now that I've said that, hey, but I am gonna hold it with my tweezers because I have this thing against burning my hands. So, I'm gonna start here, and what you will see is it'll change, and it'll start to go a bit plasticky, which is what we want, and it gets a shine. Yeah, so see what Mara's saying to you? She's saying, don't get the heat gun too close, keep it moving, move it. Actually, I'm gonna hold this with my hand. My paper's big enough, I won't burn my hands. So it's kind of like you're blowing your hair. Hi, love. Have fun at hockey. Okay. Mara, I'm totally nervous about this embossing powder. Mara and I realized the other day that I might have had this embossing powder in an unsealed container for a long time. Oh, it's working still. We're all good. I'm like, it'll be tonight, right now, that it stops going on like it's supposed to. There, and you can see it. Can you see it all changing, Becky? And it lost its powdery look. Okay, so I'm just going to check it. Does anybody look powdery? I feel like it does right there. Yeah. Oh, see how much more? Yeah, beautiful, vibrant, white, gorgeous. Right down there, I can see it too. Ooh, beautiful. It's kind of like magic. Just like me. Kind of like, did you hear my child? I said it's kind of like magic, and he said just like me. Oh, no, he said that was the beautiful. That was what he was referring to. Well, excuse me, you know, magic, beautiful, all the same thing. Hello, Donna. Okay, so we've got this. Yes, there. Keep positive, I notify. Power of positivity, right, Eileen? Okay, so now, I did manage to get that everywhere, but we're all good. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to grab my Big Shot. I'm going to put my platform over here for you. And I know that's underneath. Don't worry. I'm going to lift it. You love embossing. It is very satisfying, isn't it? Okay, hang on to that for 1 second. We have to, because I'm in my room, I kind of got to move around to get bits. Okay, coming back. I did not forget you. Oh, but I need the brush. So I did forget you. And I need the embossing foil. You think Corey, she always teases me, and I'm always like 2 minutes late, and it's because I'm always thinking of all the things I need last minute. Yes, because aren't they hotter than hairdryer? Yes, they absolutely are, my dear. Okay, so I'm actually going to use that super gorgeous rectangular stitched dies. Hi, Wendy. Now, in order to do that, we are going to need the thin die adapter for this one, and we're going to need my cutting plates, okay? So one thing I did learn, and it was from one of you, I'm sure. It was one of you who told me this. They said, Ange, it's way easier to put the rectangle dies through your Big Shot if you don't put them in straight like this or straight like this. We're going to angle it, and I'm going to show you. It goes through so much smoother. Makes me so much happier. Okay. Now, I'm actually tempted to use my magnetic so it doesn't move around. Can we do that? Is anyone going to get mad at me if I switch? I don't want it to move right at the last minute after we've done the embossing. We're going to go magnetic. We're going magnetic, team. You ready? Thank you, Angie. Okay, ready? So we've got that. We'll just slide him over here. We'll do it with a sing-songy voice. Sorry. Okay, ready? Why are you laughing at me, child? Okay, we got that one. Hi, Anna. Hi, Martine. Okay, now the one thing I do find is these are very, because vellum cuts differently, I kind of have to break him away a bit differently than I would break off my paper. And then I always go into the corners and I pop him out. Ooh, that one's tight. Why do I keep getting that share notification? When will Facebook learn I don't share you? Oh, you crack me up. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jacqueline. Okay. I can talk right now because I'm popping this thing out. Focus. I don't want to rip it. Come on, you. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, we're going to do one last thing of Big Shotting while we're in here. So I'm going to put that guy off to the side. Now, I am using for this part Coastal Cabana. I'm going to put back down the regular platform. Toss that over to here. And then I have got the ruffled texture dynamic folder. You guys, there's bye love. There's no comparison to these. They're so much more realistic, so much more 3D looking than the other ones, okay? Okay, so for those of you who are kind of like, why is she saying hello to family and stuff or saying goodbye? I apologize. You know, someone made a comment to me the other day that they didn't like the fact that I texted my husband during the video. And I was like, okay, but if you were listening, I was texting my husband to ask him to turn off the video camera so that I didn't lose my connection on you guys. I am not a full-time demonstrator. I am a full-time school teacher. And this is my Stampin' Up! Business. Well, it's my intent that it will become my full-time job in just a few years. But until then, it is not my full-time job. And I love doing it, but I do have to do it kind of from home with the stuff that happens around me. So I apologize for that. Can you see that? Yes, it is gorgeous. Do you see the ruffles and how deep it makes them look? Apparently I ran it through with some embossing stuff on it, but we're all good. Okay, now this next part's actually a ton of fun, but you have to pay a lot of attention here. I do not want you to color on the front side where we did the embossing, okay? We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna color on the back side. Reason being, if you color on this side, your, oh my gosh, embossing powder, good Lord, is actually going to take on the color of the markers that we're going to use. And we don't want that. I know, I think people sometimes are like, they really want like a show. And I'm like, sweetie, I ain't no paid actor. I'm just having fun. And I am loving what I'm doing. And I want Stampin' Up! To be my career, but it's not, I'm not there yet. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, I'm actually going to put a colored piece of paper below it, just so we can see best. And I'm grabbing all my markers here. Oh, I know. I know, but I get it. People are like, I want to watch this, and you're texting your husband to tell him to turn off the stuff. But I didn't have a choice. It was that, or you guys were going to lose the connection. You love that embossing folder. Oh, I know. Well, Laurel, I do tone it back because I don't use my mom voice on here. You guys don't hear me do that, as my child calls it. He calls it the mom. He's so funny. The mom psycho whisper. When you're like, that's enough. Stop that right now. You just get in here. He's like, Mom, you never use the mom psycho whisper. Okay, so I'm taking my blends, and because I'm on that back side, so you can see I've got no kind of texture in here, I'm kind of coming in, and I'm just going to go through, and I'm going to show you this. It's so cool from the front. I don't really have to worry about staying inside the lines because I can go outside them, and no one can see that. So I'm going to make this be a blue flower opening up. And now I will tell you, vellum, it's not a great material for blending on. So it's not like you're trying to, you know, master the old blending skills on the back of your piece of vellum. It doesn't, well, it goes a little bit. Yeah, it goes a little. Okay. Let's go like that. Oops, I just stuck that in funny. And then I liked these ones. It was so satisfying to color these ones. Watch. Doot, 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 doot. But again, you guys, I'm not worrying at all about staying inside the lines. Can you see this here? Like, this is not Angie's 2-year-old coloring skills happening here. This is me not worrying about it because it doesn't actually matter on this. Because they're not going to see that I went behind a white. It's kind of lovely. Okay, so let's come in here. We'll do a little more here. I'm going to put some dark down the bottom of my flower. And we'll try doing a little more blending because it actually didn't seem to work too bad in there before. Okay. We sure do love you. I sure do love you guys. I kind of love, okay, so what are you thinking of the more frequent Facebooks? Is this a good thing? Is this, okay, you know, enough times? Are we doing well? Cora, are you impressed that I got on time? The embossing folders due to vellum used to take me hours to draw. Can you imagine? It is amazing. There we go. Coming here. You love it. There. Yes. Thank you, my Teddy. Teddy, I'm in Teddy withdrawal. I get to see you finally tomorrow. Okay. There we go. Stick some more color in. There. Could you text your husband and say hello? Jacqueline, now we're just getting cheeky. He just went to drive the little one to hockey. My poor older, you guys, I'm a bad mom. My poor oldest child went to school today and he's so sick, but he's like, Mommy, I think I have to go. So I was his grade 7 teacher and I totally had my kids at school convinced in grade 7. I'm like, guys, you can't stay home every time you got a sneeze or a sniffle. Like real life keeps happening and school keeps going and I don't want you guys to get behind. So if you can come and if you're well enough to even sit and listen, I'm happy with that, you know. And by grade 7, they're not, you know, total germ bags. They're not getting on each other. Love more Facebook Lives. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. Ready? Whoa, check that out. Isn't it gorgeous? Can you see it? How beautiful is that? But it looks like I stayed in the lines, doesn't it? Anyway, so my poor child today is, he's definitely not feeling well, but he sucked it up and went to school today. So I said to him, when you get home, it's the tub, have a bath, put on your pajamas, go into Friday night mode. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing in here. We're going to put some nice dark down the bottom. You know what? You could actually I could probably go darker. I could probably use my new Mossy Meadow ones, which are beautiful. If you don't have the Mossy Meadow blends yet, you want them. It gives you that kind of next level beyond the Old Olive. Okay. Isn't it so cool looking? I know. Okay, sorry, I get super excited. I'm going to come down here. And again, I'm not stressing. I mean, I want to stay in the lines, but I don't have to get inside the white. Like I can go over top of the white lines without there being any kind of, you know, dire consequence here. Next week, I'm going to be serious. My Facebook Lives is going to be my form of procrastination. I'm like, should be working on my report cards right now. So what am I doing? I'm doing a Facebook Live with you. Go in here. You know what? I'm going to grab it. I'm doing it. Don't tell anyone. We're going to throw a little bit, because this one's dark, you guys. It's nice. We're going to throw a little bit of Mossy Meadow in there. There, put them on here. Talk to it. Talk to me, baby. Oh, hello, Kim. Okay. Come in. You ready? Now, is this my right color? Did I grab my second Mossy Meadow? I don't even know what I grabbed right now. Assuming this is it. What are you? Yep, light Mossy Meadow. Okay, we'll come in. And I do you see the spot where I missed the blue flowers? I gotta fix it because it's really going to bug me. Now, the one thing that I do struggle with vellum is when you go to adhere, right? Because you've got to be very, very, very strategic about your adhesive placement. So, I feel like I just asked recently, but I have to ask because I care. I don't know what you asked. Hang on. Not about report cards can wait. You guys, okay, so someone asked me something. I don't know what, oh, Becky, I don't know what you asked me. So but I can see that. I'll go back and check after. Hang on. Okay, so go like that. There we go. Report cards can wait. Yeah. Well, you know, they got to make it to get. How's Harley? Harley is doing amazing. Becky, thank you. He's doing really well. Okay, ready? So not so beautiful, not so beautiful. So beautiful. Do you see that? Isn't that stunning? Yummy. Like it's absolutely yummy, yummy. Okay. So this was my trick that I decided to use in order to hide stuff. Now, I can't go pulling out my take a pick tool and stuff because they're already kind of all set up for, I've got club tomorrow. And so I've got things, oh there, I'll use my scissors. I've got things all set up for them for tomorrow. So I'm just going to kind of work around with the stuff that's on my desk. So what I did was I went into my four corners and I went, okay, you're good. And you're good. And I took my scissors and I used them as my tweezers here, okay? We're going to place these rhinestones strategically, yes? Now, the next thing we're going to do is not going to use my biggest glue dots, because I seem to have glue dots. I have glue dots everywhere, you guys. Like, they're seriously, because they're all my paper pumpkin ones. And so there's little sticker sheets of glue dots all over. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of these. No, because it's in a bin on my desk over on the main table, honey. I've got club tomorrow, and I've already set up for it. And I don't want to start pulling things out of bins, because then I forget to put it back. I don't have the best memory. Okay, and then here, I'm going to go like this. So I'm just sticking a glue dot on each one of these four corners underneath. What is club tomorrow? Okay, so I do a monthly card club. So my girls just commit to 8 months, and they order $25 a month. And you get to come for 8 months to a free class. And so they do this, we do it, it's either Thursday evening or a Saturday morning class. And they come and make 3 cards. Now this is actually one of the 3 cards. Do they show from behind the coloring? Oh no, do which show from behind the color? No! Oh, good question. Sorry, Jacqueline. Do you like how I had to pay attention to that? You could probably get away with putting them. Let's try one, okay? It's not going to hurt. If it does, I'll peel it off. But we could probably get away with putting them in the dark areas. I wouldn't put them in a light area. Let's check. Well, I can see it, but I think we'll be okay there. But here's the thing, is I know that on my sample card, oh, there it is. On my sample card, I actually have something covering this zone right here. So I am not scared at this point to come in here and to slap a little bit of adhesive there. It's like a Facebook Live in person. Club is great. Susan, I'm in Vancouver, BC, in Canada. Actually, I'm in North Vancouver. Okay, now, you can't stick it down if you leave the backing on your glue dots. They don't work. So we're going to peel those off. And then we're going to peel off the one off our hidden one that we kind of snuck in there, right? Because I think the white will make it show through more than anything. Do you like this? I'm just tossing them. I'll clean it up after. I have to vacuum before they come in the morning because I don't want Teddy to see my garbage. There we go. I know, Corey. Just move, I'm telling you, girl. Okay, so we're going to come in here. And we're just going to center him. Now, you could do this if you don't have the rectangular stitch dies yet. You can absolutely, and so you can see right there where I did the adhesive, okay? But you can absolutely just cut your piece of vellum and put it on. I just love the look, the extra kind of finish that stitching gives. And you can color your glue dots. Look at Angie. Woo, woo. I never thought of that. I think I learn more doing Facebook Lives than I do teach you guys. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a scrap of Whisper White paper. So don't worry about that ugly right there. We're going to deal with that. We're going to hide it. So what we are going to do is we are going to take one of the sentiments from that super cute stamp set. Just a second. I'm going to use this one. Thank you for all that you are and all that you do. Okay. So I'm going to take that one. And I'm going to ink it up in Bermuda Bay. So this is kind of, again, one of those monochromatic cards that well, it's my comfort zone. And I think it's my comfort zone because I'm not great at putting colors together. So I do tend to love monochromatic. Okay, so we'll come in here. So, John, you clever thing. I know, isn't she? Look at her. And then we're going to pop over here. And we're going to do that sweet little punch. Okay, now we're not done, so don't go running away yet. Where'd my... I'm looking. I know they're on the table. Sorry, I just wanted to grab some of these things. I now have to buy this. Well, you do, because how else are you going to color that gorgeous flower? I know. I needed dimensionals. I lost the word. And I got those. 1, 2. And we'll pop this on here, and that's what's going to cover that cute little that we stuck on. Okay. Now there is a couple more things I want to add. So I'm going to close the ink pad. Now this is another one of the dies that is in that first frost set that we were just looking at. The sound effects are fabulous. You can totally tell I teach elementary school. I'm like, zoop, zoop, put it over here. Saying to my kids today, we were doing this math thing on, they were calculating the volume of rectangular prisms and triangular prisms and cylinders today. And I was like, you got this here. And then I can hear these kids going, and I'm like, oh, guys, so bad. I'm corrupting you. Okay, so I want Big Shot platform. Ready, there. Okay, so we're going to come back in because this one's kind of fun. It's okay that the paper's under there. We're not going to wreck it. Enabler. Yeah, we got a lot of enablers, don't we? Okay, so we've got that. Now, I did find a piece of vellum. I took the piece of vellum out, and then did I eat the piece of vellum that I just found for us to use? Apparently, I did. I must have. I do not see the piece of vellum I just found, so we're going to steal more vellum. How do I lose it? I literally just took it out. Okay, I need a babysitter. Can somebody babysit me, please? Because it's actually terrifying that one can lose something that quickly. Here, there we go. Problem solved, we got a new piece of vellum. Okay, so what we're going to do with this one is we are going to run this through. Yeah, that your teacher's weird makes odd sounds. Now, I've already got this one done, so you can see what it looks like kind of here. Is it under the Big Shot? It's under the Big Shot. Too late, all finished. Okay, I love it. I love that you guys know where it is, and I don't. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, I can see it. It's right there. Can you see it right there? Is that where you're seeing it? Yeah. Under the Big Shot. You know what's the worst part? Is you guys are on a time delay from me. So by the time you say that, I'm already like done. I love how you ask yourself if you ate it. Well, sometimes I wonder. I'm like, did I miss that? Did something happen? Okay. Now this is my only part. Will admit I've got very fat fingers. And so I sometimes have a hard time. Come on out. There we go. I needed to get a corner out. We're going to pull this guy right out of here. And then we're going to get rid of the Big Shot because we don't need it. And it would have saved me because I would have seen what I was using. Good Lord, girl. But what I am going to do is, because I already know where those dimensionals are, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to grab a dimensional. And I'm going to peel the backing off right away. Just like that. And I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to tuck them together on that same dimensional. And then we're going to take them and I'm going to tuck them underneath. And I'm going to go foop, just like this, okay? Now, we don't just want a card front because that would be weird and awkward. Rub your die with wax paper. I know, it absolutely helps. The problem is I don't have any wax paper downstairs. And I think I ran out down here like 2 weeks ago. And do you ever do this where every time you go up to the you're downstairs, you're like, okay, when I go up to the kitchen, I'm going to remember to bring down the wax paper. And then the next time you're downstairs, you're like, oh, I forgot to bring down the wax paper. The next time I go upstairs, these are the conversations I have with myself. Hello, Marika. Okay, so I'm going to slap, yes, I'm just using things up. I'll post you some. You're so cute. I have wax paper. I love wax paper. I always run things through my Big Shot twice. No, not dorky at all, because I feel like everyone's Big Shot's cut differently. So I have one Big Shot that I definitely run things through twice. I have the Big Shot that I use with you guys live. It's my one time through. Like, it's a great, you know, it seems to be a bit tighter than the other one. So I don't worry about it. No, it's not dorky at all. And it's also, have you guys ever realized that you already, okay. Does anyone do this? You know, who am I talking about? Penny. Penny, okay? So you all know who I'm talking about when I do that, but we're all creatures of habit. So I don't know about you, but when I ink up a stamp, I always tap it 3 times, I realized. And I was demoing it for the kids one day at school, and, and they're all like, do we have to tap it 3 times? I'm like, what? They're like, do we have to tap the stamp 3 times? I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, Mrs. McKay, every time you show it to us, you're tapping the stamp 3 times. I'm like, oh no, that's just me being weird. Like, that has nothing to do with you guys. Okay, my dears, there you go. So as I was mentioning to you, Mary Fish did this beautiful card. Now she has it over top of a striped background. She did not see Cora, great minds. She did not do this kind of ruffled background on the back. And I had some fun throwing in some of those extra dies from the set because I thought they were stunning. For me, it works really well to tack things down and to hide them as I tack them down. So I loved how that turned out. Okay, there you go. So a super fun one for you. Again, if you have missed it, this is the one you want. So it's the All That You Are stamp set. That's in the catalog. It's in there here. I'll show you because everybody misses it. Look, watch. Watch this. Watch. Whoop. It's right there. It's literally like inside the cover. And it's so easy to jump over this one and miss it. But like, honestly, it's so beautiful. The sentiments are adorable. I love that. Flowers bloom all for you. I love these flowers. And I love that it already goes with my First Frost stamp set. Okay, so you don't want to forget about that one. It's $31. You can buy the coordinating dies if you don't have them. And they are amazing for cutting out those flowers. But if you're going to get it, make sure you get your vellum. Yes? Need one more rhinestone on the white part with a verse. Okay, good. Let's fix it. Love that. Love it. Love it. Now I'm going to have to change my sample card too. Okay, here. Should we go big? Or me? What do we go? We're going to have to go big. And not too big. No. We're going to go. Oh, yeah, we do have an even number. I never even thought about that. But I feel like I can't put it there. I can't put it there. It can't be centered. It'll bother me if it's centered. There, we can put it on there. Super cute. Am I going to be on tomorrow or Sunday? I think we said. What did I say I was going to be on? Here, just a second. Don't laugh. I don't even look until I check everything each morning. I'm like, okay, so what's today's? It's in my calendar too. Okay, so we're going. I'm looking for you because she wants to know when I'm going to be on next. When am I going to be on next, Cora? What did I post? What was the picture? Okay, so we're going to go to. If you ever don't know, what you can do is you can go to my North Shore Stamper page, okay? And you can go to the left-hand side and you can actually click on photos. And you can go to my timeline photos. If you go to the timeline photos, what you will see is you'll see like all the photos that I have posted to my page recently. And it tells you that I am going to be there on Saturday, February the 23rd. By the way, that's tomorrow. I will be on at noon tomorrow, okay? So I will see you all at noon tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. That was so much fun and such a great way to end the week. At 12, you're totally right, Cora, 12 p.m. Thank you. Bye, guys.